Have you ever had good sex? I mean good sex. Really good sex. You know how you can tell if you've had good sex? Two ways. One, good sex can never be good sex. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, I'll break it down for you in a second. Secondly, good sex should leave you either slightly sore or slightly confused. Like, for real. Like, look, I'm speaking from a Gen X perspective. You know what I'm saying? I done been around the sun a couple of times. I don't know how these young folks do. I don't know how the old heads do. The older heads do. But I know from my perspective, good sex can't be nice. Good sex should be kind of jarring. Just a little bit. It should leave you either, like I say, slightly sore or slightly confused. Good sex should either get you straight or knock you off a little bit. Like either or. But this is what I'm saying though. So number one, good sex can never be good sex. It can never be nice. It can never be like, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to be over here? Do you want me to be over here? You want me to be on top? You want me to be underneath? You want me to go faster? You want me to go slow? Good sex can't be like, you can't ask. Good sex is you do. Now, mind you, consent. Ain't nobody trying to get raped. Ain't nobody trying to rape. Ain't nobody trying to go to jail. Hopefully, I would assume. So consent is everything. And here's the other thing. I got another video. Check out some of the previous videos, some of the videos in the catalog, where I talk about how men primarily want to go through one big, huge, obvious door. It's sex. Women want to go through 5 different smaller doors all at the same time. But the main thing that they want is they want that man to open the door and bring them in and cater to them. They want that man to want to cater to them. That's what women want. They want, even as logical as it sounds many times, especially the men, but what she really wants is she wants you to want to cater to her. It happens sometimes, but woo, that's a minefield. But so when it comes to sex, women are most often turned on when the dude really wants it. That's why the concept of like, oh, you fucked her like you get out of prison. Because the concept is that once a dude gets out of prison and he gets a chance to get some pussy, he's going to tear it up. But it's along this, the point being is generally, women want the dude, especially sexually, to want her. And that can't be nice. Like, hey, I was hoping to eat your pussy. Can I? Is it okay? Is the park open today? No. You gotta like head in that direction. You gotta basically make her be like, no, not today. No, I want you to please get a ticket for tomorrow, next week, but not today. But in her mind, she'll be like, oh, he was going for it. He was gonna go. Whatever it is, you grab her titties and she wants you to want to do it. Not because you think it's what she wants. So nice guys think about what the woman wants. Now I'm saying this, I'm tippy-toeing on gray area because it's not so black and white. But nice guys tend to ask. They tend to like, I don't want to offend you. You know what I'm saying? I really do want to do what you would like. So why don't you tell me? But here's what's kind of screwy about most women. In a good way. It can be really hot. It can be really beautiful. But it's also kind of screwy for most men. Is that you can't ask her what she wants. You have to just know. Somehow you just have to fucking know. Or go for it. You have to either know what to do or just go for it as if you know what to do. And then that way, if you're wrong, she'll be like, oh, wait, hold on. No, it ain't like that. But she'll have a certain amount of respect for you that you went for it. There'll be a certain little seed planted inside of her of desire that's like, hey, well, I know he'll go for it. Whereas if you ask, she'll be like, it doesn't make sense. To most dudes, it doesn't make sense. Unless you realize it doesn't make sense, so just go with your heart. Or go with your dick. Or, I don't know, whichever one is winning that battle. But the point is you can't go with your head. You can't think about it. So good sex can't be nice. Good sex can't be, let me ask you what you want. Is this okay? Is every, you know what I'm saying, are you all right? The good sex has to be like, that's why you always see in like movies and TV shows, they're always like, and like, you know, scratching each other and like pulling each other's clothes off. It's a little exaggerated, but it's true in the sense of good sex is not like, okay, well, you know, let's take time to switch positions and good sex is just pretty much all spontaneous. It's just raw, it's primal. Nobody is, you ain't got room to be nice. Male or female. I'm not just speaking about the dudes, the females. The females can fully be like, shut the fuck up. Lay down. Whip it out. Pull it out now. You think a dude is gonna like, oh, you offended me. I was scared. He can be, oh, god damn. Ding. I mean, so good sex can't be nice. That's just the first premise. Like, if you're a nice person, I'm generally a nice person. I'm a nice asshole. But if you're generally like a nice person, you can't go into sex, good sex, like I say, good sex. There's regular sex is making love, like Eddie Murphy say, like, do you want somebody to make love to you? Do you want somebody to fuck? Good sex is fucking, but generally good sex is not, you don't really stop to ask, you just go with the flow, you go with the passion of it. It ain't all gotta be bang, 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 bang. It ain't all gotta be Mike Tyson beating up the pussy, boxing it up. It ain't gotta be all like that. You can Bob Ross it. You can be a painter. You can be nice and gentle with it. A woman told me that. You ain't gotta just beat the pussy. She wasn't talking to me. She was speaking about men in general. Like, man, you don't have to just beat the pussy up. You can, you can be like a painter. You know what I'm saying? And nice little strokes. You know, a little bit harder here, a little bit, extra. Anyway, but it has to be you. It has to be what you want to do. So whether you were Mike Tyson, whether you were Bob Ross, whether you mix it up, it's got to be authentically you. You can't ask her. Good sex. It can't be good. It can't be nice. Secondly, good sex has to either be leave you slightly sore or slightly confused. It does. Like, you should have like an aftershock, like a little bit later in the day, later in the evening, maybe a little bit like the next day at work or something. You should have like a little aftershock where you kind of like, damn. Ooh. Anybody who's had good sex knows what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. And if you have not had that aftershock feeling, you ain't had good sex yet. I won't say that. It might have been good for you, but I'm saying once you get to the point where you have like aftershocks, then that's a different level. But you should have like you should the next day at work or something, somebody should be looking at you as you kind of like, oh, fuck. Your coworker like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You like, oh shit. Don't worry about it. Is it getting hot up in here or something? Woo. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you should be slightly confused. Like right after sex, if you had to do a math problem, like if you had to spell convenience, you know what I'm saying? If you had to spell like, I don't know, like remember. Actually, that's not too difficult a word. But after good sex, how many fucking M's is B's and E's and is R's and like is it one at the front and one at the back? You ain't gonna be able to do that shit. So good sex, whether it's Mike Tyson or whether it's Bob Ross, at the end of it, well, you might not be too sore after Bob Ross. I don't know if Bob Ross is leaving women sore. I don't know if Bob Ross is beating pussy up. But Mike Tyson probably ain't painting and using stroke. Anyway, the point being is that you should either be a little sore, male or female. This ain't just for like the man putting it on the woman. The woman can fully put it on the man. The woman can fully put it on the man. But like I say, when she do it, it can't be nice. Don't nobody want to fuck a school? I was going to say a school teacher. Actually, you do want to fuck some school teachers, yes. Some librarians, yes. But my point is like, don't nobody want no Brussels sprout pussy? You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want no quinoa pussy, like no healthy for you pussy. So no healthy for you dick. You want dick that's bad for you. You want dick that's like, look, I don't do this very often, but when I do it, I get 2 plates. I fully double up, and then don't nobody want no good for you dick. No good for you pussy. What the fuck is that? Like, I can go get that from my wife. I gotta smoke on that one. I'm bullshitting, but the point being is, if you've been in a long-term relationship, then like every time you have sex, it can't be just spectacular. Not every single time. Even if you institute toys and this and that, blah, 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 role playing, maybe even some other people. In a long-term relationship, when you done that thing plenty of times, of course, there's going to be different times where it's not as explosive as it could be. But when you do have those moments where the short-term relationship, long-term relationship, one-night stand, friends with benefits, whatever the fuck, when you have good sex, tell me, next time you have it in your memory, was it good sex? Was it nice sex? Did y'all like hold hands and like read the Bible afterwards? Hell no, you were fucking sinners. You were fornicating in front of the Lord, doing all types of shit, and in all types of holes. Look, good sex is not nice good sex. Good sex is intimidating. Usually, like the other your genitals should be slightly intimidated by the other person's genitals. Like, say something, cause I'll fuck you again. Say something else. Good sex can't be like, do you want me? Do you want to watch Netflix? No, good sex got to be like, go sleep. Shut the fuck up and go to sleep, or I'll put it on you again. And good sex, like I said, it should leave you either slightly sore or slightly confused, or both. Like if you right at the end of good sex, somebody buzzed the door, you got to run to the door real quick, put on some clothes, rush over to the door, and at the door it's like some Jehovah's Witnesses, and they like, hey, we're Jehovah's Witnesses. Did you know Jehovah can save you? And you so fucking confused, hair all messed up, weave distangled. You know what I'm saying? You fucking let them in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got good sex, you shouldn't really be able to talk afterwards. Like, it's hard for me to put 2 words together. But that's from my perspective, from some of my experiences, and from other shit that I've heard from other people. But you shouldn't be able to do like a crossword puzzle after sex. If your partner is like doing like math problems and crossword puzzles and shit and like solving problems after sex, you ain't lay it down. It wasn't good sex. You had sex. It just wasn't good sex, because good sex can't be good sex. Tell me what you think. Let me know. Now, I'm exaggerating just a tad bit. I know that there's various forms of good sex. There's making love. There's sometimes I don't know if you call it tantric type shit, where it's almost very little movement. It just feels so good and it's so intense, and then somebody crosses the finish line. But even then, when it's passionate, when it really feels good, when you in the moment, that ain't the time to be nice. That's the time to get yours. And for your partner, a lot of times, unless you just straight up abusive, choking them out, they got to tap out and some shit. A lot of young people are into choking a lot more than my generation was. Anyway, but what they want, what the man and the woman want, is they want that passion. They want you to want, especially the woman. She wants you to want. So I'm just saying, good sex, you can't ask. You got to just do. You just got to go for yours. And she or he will tell you if you went too far. But you'd rather, like I said, get consent. Once again, please get consent. But I'm saying, you'd rather go too far and be passionate than come up lame and short, and then the other person thinks that you weren't really into it, or you don't really want it. You can tweak that a little bit. But good sex is not good sex.